nasty. All right. Upon doing some investigation, that's where the live went out, where he stops. It freezes the answer. But that was a good question. That verified shit. The reporter trying to act. Yeah, they only try to act like a reporter and ask the tough questions. Air quotes when it's someone who's questioning their overlords. Has the source been very? Yeah, all this is what I'm finna show. Again, all this stuff just popping up in my recommendations. I mean, whatever. So this is 3 days ago.
Medical lab in Reedley, where 20 infectious diseases and 1,000 mice bioengineered to carry COVID-19 were discovered.
Tonight, a shocking discovery. The company that operated the Reedley lab previously operated a lab in Fresno, and these photos show what appears to be hundreds of mice, hazardous chemicals, and multiple electrical violations at the Fresno facility.
Medeiros Bab has the story that you will only see tonight on CBS 47.
Broke out at the Fresno Universal Meditech location, a company tied to the illegal Reedley lab. In my hands is the fire report and other city reports that document the hazards that were on the property, but it wasn't until the fire chief sounded alarms that something was done. 3 years ago, a small fire broke out at this medical lab near North and Orange. The fire report lists the cause as undetermined, but employees say it was likely electrical. In September of 2020, a Fresno City report detailed unpermitted lab walls and electrical work, including overloaded circuits and hundreds of feet in extension cords. 2 years passed with nothing done. Then in August of 2022, the landlord for the lab raised concerns to Fire Chief Kerry Donis. In an email to city staff, Donis wrote, quote, "It says it's a medical type supply business, but something is off here," end quote. The email continues with Donis stating that the building owner was concerned that, quote, "The smell in this building could be the result of animal testing," end quote. The fire chief called for inspections, saying nothing was done because, quote, "likely COVID impacted the ability to follow up," end quote. That prompted a joint city and county inspection in October of 2022. Dozens of photos taken by city code enforcement from that date show the tubs of experimental mice, vats of hazardous materials, and other unmarked chemicals, as well as hundreds of feet of extension cords and other electrical hazards. On the part of the city was delayed. Then Fresno code enforcement employees and the lab's self-identified president exchanged emails. The president stated that the chemicals were for in vitro fertilization testing kits and says the company was in the process of moving everything to a new location due to a landlord dispute. The city asked them not to move the chemicals due to safety concerns, but at that point it was too late and the creditor for the company already moved supplies to Reedley. In 2023, the company then tried to move back to the city of Fresno, this time in a building near the airport. But the Reedley site was discovered shut down, and the site near the airport was denied a permit. Our station reached out to a city spokesperson. They declined to comment further than a previous statement. For a look at the nearly 150 photos taken of the lab in Fresno by code enforcement, head over to our website, centralvalley.com. Medeiros Bab, CBS 47, Eyewitness News. Quote, likely...
And another thing I want to point out is you see, like I said, I'm starting to see, finally no one says conspiracy theory. And also, we all think no one's going to do a damn thing about it. It's the talk. Like we say, even Republicans talk, talk, talk. Even the independent guy just showed who's, busted it out really is, even if they want to, it's like they can't. It's like, man, it got to be something. Yeah, they keep the going. That's what I'm talking about. They keep the, oh, there's a new variant. Matter of fact, I saw a video 4 days ago or five about a new strand, but that video, let me see if I can find it. Well, I mean, I know I can find it, but how hard it's going to be. The doctor actually sounded like some of them doctors in the early 2020 And he's like, nah. And the reporter, she's trying to get the doctor to say, oh, we got to worry about this. This is, a new strand. And he's like, nah, there's no need to panic. This, if you want, just like with in 2020, that's how I knew, because one of those had pointed out. This is like February 20, right after, or I don't know what month, but it was early on, and they were like, it's a new strain of the flu. Not no. If you're not worried, it's, the same person type of people that died every year. They always had people dying from the flu every year. If you're not the type, you don't have the issues, and more than likely, if you are the type that was gonna die from the flu, you've been talking to a doctor for whatever reason that you're in that category. Because that's, you got to go see the doctor all the time for whatever the problem is. So that, like we all said, that's between you and your personal doctor to decide, if you get the vaccine or wear a mask or all of that or stay inside. I don't know how many days ago that was. But can't find. Trying to find it. Got to be somewhere here. Yeah, here it is. Let me see. This is it.
The Wuhan virus is back. The number of cases on the rise again. Hospitalizations also have increased.
Yeah, this guy.
Is this a new outbreak? And should you be worried? The United States is reporting the biggest COVID 19 spike since natural and acquired immunity, given the questions surrounding vaccine efficacy, as most of us have taken our final shot months ago.
No, efficacy may have waned. What I am worried about is, what I'm not worried about is there is no new variant which is causing any concern. So if you are
See, he said there's no new variant, which is causing any concerns. Though it's like they're trying to pump it up again. She was trying to pump it up. Should everybody be concerned and da da da? And as he goes on, he's even that, like he said what I heard at the beginning of 2020, and I think that's before I even moved here. I don't. Well, no, I had to be here, but he was like,
not worried about influenza or viral fever or any kind of seasonal flu, why you should be worried about COVID? It doesn't bother you. It just gives you 2 or 3 days of fever, running nose, and that's what happened in any kind of flu. So if there is no
and see, he said, why should you be worried about COVID? Period. Not even this new variant. That's what we all said. It was just gonna be the sniffles. And the few people I ran into, I don't know if they was telling the truth. The guy who painted my blue truck, the one they wrecked. I remember one day I went to check on it, or either I bought a part because I had to buy parts. So I bought a bumper from the junkyard and a new door. And maybe I was bringing some of the, but anyway, we're still talking about the COVID, but neither one of us had on the mask. And he says, my wife had it, and she got paid leave, medical leave to stay home, whatever kind of job he had. He said, I tried to get it from her. I think he's telling the truth. He's like, yeah, I tried my best and I couldn't even get it, much less, she was fine. Like he says, like the doctor just said, it's just, they, anybody who supposedly had it, because that's why they just had to guess and say, oh, yeah, it's COVID. And they, yeah, you get a runny nose, but they try to, oh, it's gonna close up your lungs and you're gonna die and this and this. Like, no, And people been dying from the flu. Look up statistics for, I don't know, pick a random year, 2010, flu deaths. Flu deaths. There's people that's why they were asked, do you want the flu vaccine? I know in the VA in Birmingham, they used to ask me every year. Like I said, I think I took it I only said it once in my life. It was like, oh wait. That was just a regular appointment, whatever it was. I probably might have been I'm seeing the head doctor about this, whatever it is. But I mean, not whatever, I'm gang stalking, and they're gang stalking me. But anyways, down there you got to see the nurse first. Well, yeah, you do up here too, but down there, if they look at your record and they actually want the flu shot. Long story short, and I'm like, every time I'm like, no. But I don't know. One year I just, all right, let me just see. And I got it once. Every year, because you see it back then. Oh wait, '09. You see that? Oh, yeah, there's a new strain of flu. Then what? 2010 or whatever the bird swine flu, all that. But wasn't nobody getting the flu shot unless you was old or something, and yeah, then you might take it.